Welcome in everyone. This video will be going over the Citadel Rock treasure map, treasure duplication glitch, all the requirements, how to perform it, and tips and tricks along the way. Alright, so first things first, we're going to head over here to the location. What you want to do is pull out your satchel. You're going to need at least the Citadel Rock treasure map and one other map. So you want to open up the treasure maps, the Citadel Rock first, see if it vibrates. If it does not vibrate, make sure you have vibration turned on, or you have to look every time to see if the rock has appeared. If it does not vibrate, then close it and we'll open another map and back to Citadel Rock until we feel a vibration and turn around and there's a rock sitting up on top where the plant was. Sometimes the plant stays there, doesn't really matter. That's what we're looking for right there. This rock on the very top. Alright, once that has appeared, when you walk up here you should get an icon just like so, and the box will be right there in between the two rocks. This is the exact location that we'll need. And once the box has appeared there, you need to pull out your dynamite.
Gentle with that. Trust me.
Make your way up in front of it. I tend to go to first person just to make it a little easier. Put my crosshairs without aiming down sights. Put my crosshairs on the front of the box and tap R2. That will place the dynamite. If you aim down sights when you do it, it will just throw it, I guess? I don't know. But you do not aim down sights, you only tap R2 once your crosshairs are in the vicinity of the corner over here, kind of thing. Alright, then we'll go ahead and ignite it and walk away. Wait for the big bada boom. Alright. Now at this point, our friend needs to be in a location where he can view the box in a close proximity. So I typically bring my guys right up in here and just let him stand right there. And then he can go AFK, he can pull out his catalog, and everything will be good to go. Don't have to worry about him getting kicked. Alright. You're going to spend about 10 to 12 minutes or so over here doing this. But first we need to make sure that icon that's flashing in the little mini map disappears once we get right about in here. Okay. So it did not. So what we're going to have to do is reset. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to online. This is typical. We're going to go to online and we're just going to hit free roam or fence. Either way, should bring you back to this vicinity. Once you spawn back in, oh, we'll notice that we already have the treasure chest here. So that's just fine. We're going to let our friend join in. There he is, popping in now. Once he loads in fully here, he can witness. Alright, so we'll go back up. We'll plan our... Now you can just stand right here. It just makes it awkward because your guy keeps going back and forth. But just put our cursor down towards the front of that box and we'll tap R2. We're good to go. Alright, I'm going to get my friend over here so I don't have to worry about him. So we'll just let him stand right up here. We'll go ahead and ignite this. Okay, now we're going to do an inspection. just so we show that it's been destroyed. Like, this is something you should check sometimes. Because a lot of times it'll explode, but that latch right down there, you can see, it's hard to see. Maybe I'm zoomed in too much, but that latch laying on the ground that was on the front of the box needs to be blown off. Okay? It typically does it if you put it right on the box, but I just check it every once in a while. Alright, so back to what we were doing. Our friend is watching, and we are now going to head back down and cross the threshold to see if it disappears, which it typically should. It usually only messes up every now and again as far as this not disappearing. Alright, we'll come through here and about this bush, we should see, boom, there it goes. Alright, perfect. So now we're going to establish our loop. So we're going to make a loop from this bald spot right here back down to these bushes right here. Alright. Going up to the bald spot, down to the bushes. Alright, this is the loop I tend to make. It's just easy. You can do it however you choose, but you need to make a certain distance away from the threshold. And that threshold is this bush approximately. Okay, somewhere right in here on this bush. Alright, and I just typically run from this marker right down here to the closest one equal distance away, which is this one right here. And that makes a nice little loop. We can sit here and we can run a figure 8. Make things easy. I typically let off when I turn. Then I can turn the camera and the horse at the same time. Feels like it makes it go faster. I really don't know. I've done this enough times where you notice small things, so. I do know that you should do this for about 5 to 10 minutes. Depending on how much you want to get. So approximately 5 minutes is going to get you around 50 to 60 gold and for about 4 grand, typically. You typically get a little bit more gold in ratio to money. So it's about a gold and $100 per crate. That's about a rough average. So 10 minutes roughly equals 100 gold and 10 grand. But you're typically going to get about $1,000 less. So probably about 100 gold, 90 gold, and about 9 grand. Somewhere in there. You know, it is a glitch. It doesn't always work exactly how people want them to. It's not perfect. It is a break of the system. So you just gotta go with the flow and roll with the punches. Check off the few boxes that you have to check off, which ain't very many in this case. Don't short yourself on this track right here. Make sure you give it the full circle. Halfway away from that distance. So I'm running about, you see, this bush is about equal distance from this center bush to this patch. So makes it nice and simple for me to track. I know I'm crossing that threshold and going about 10 or 15 feet on either side of it. Alright, that's 10 minutes. Alright, very important now. We want to make sure we open another treasure map. Doesn't matter which one. And we walk up to the box and we're ready to grab. Just hold square, pull the box out, and you should have flashing gold behind. That means we are successful. We just sit here and hold square and tool. The money is all gone. There we go.